Thank you for joining us today on Christ Family Daily. My name is Owen and this is my wife Tori. Christ Family Daily is our podcast where you and I get to know God better together through His Word. Throughout this podcast, we want to answer some of your questions as well, stay connected with you, so please feel free to leave those things down in the comments below or email us at christfamilymen@gmail.com. Thank you for joining us today. I hope the Holy Spirit is able to minister to you through what we share. And if you are encouraged, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe as well. And let's get right into it today.
Today, I want to go ahead and just start right in the Word. And we're going to go ahead and go to Exodus chapter 14. You know, we're picking up here where Moses left off, really. And the Israelites are being chased. They have fled Egypt. And they didn't really flee so much as were kicked out with all the Egyptians' money and food and every good gift. And at this point, the Egyptians are thinking, what did we just do? We need to go get these people and we need to bring them back. Those were our slaves and we just gave them everything good that we had. And now they're leaving our land. And of course, there's an Egyptian army coming after Moses and all of the Israelites. And there is a promised land that they want to enter into. But in between them and this promised land is the Red Sea. And that is also really cornering them in the Egyptian army. And this is where we're picking up. We'll start Exodus 14, verse 13. And Moses said to the people, "Do not be afraid. Stand still and see the salvation of the Lord, which He will accomplish for you today. For the Egyptians whom you see today, you shall see again no more forever. The Lord will fight for you, and you shall hold your peace." Now I'm going to stop here. We're going to read verse 15 as well, but we'll stop here for now. You know, Moses, he had a good response here, right? He said, okay, I see the Egyptian army. I know you guys see the Egyptian army, but stand still. The Lord will fight for you. He will take care of it. And today, you will no longer see the Egyptians. They will be free. You will be free from them forever, starting today. And I love verse 14. It's a verse we know so well, that the Lord will fight for you, and you shall hold your peace. You know, there's something so important with us holding our peace. You know, that's what Moses tells the people. Stand still. Don't freak out. Don't go running around. Don't say, we're doomed. Hold your peace. What's that mean? That means that the peace that's inside of you through the Holy Spirit, you hold on to that. You do not let that go. You don't let anything but peace control you. Yeah. And that's something you can see all throughout the Old Testament, all throughout the New Testament. Is that something we have to do when we're faced in a tough time? We have to hold on to peace and say, I am not going to be afraid. I'm not going to be worried. I am holding on to the peace. Why? Because the Lord will fight for you. He will fight on your behalf.
I think it comes back to faith as well. You know, like if the Israelites didn't trust that God was going to come through for them, that God was going to fight for them, they would have, you know, freaked out and started, I don't know, they couldn't run anywhere. They would have just waited to die, I guess. But they were able to hold their peace because of trust, because of faith. And I think that, you know, that goes to show us as well. If I don't have peace in a situation, I'm not trusting God.
Right.
And so I want to hold on to that peace. I want to hold on to that faith because I'm believing that the Lord is fighting for me.
Let's go ahead and keep reading verse 15. And the Lord said to Moses, "Why do you cry to me?" Which, we'll finish reading first. "Tell the children of Israel to go forward, but lift up your rod and stretch out your hand over the sea and divide it. And the children of Israel shall go on dry ground through the midst of the sea." And God continues His promise that the chariots of the Pharaoh's army, the chariots, the horses, they're going to get overtaken by this water. Well, evidently, Moses said to the Israelites, don't you worry, guys, the Lord's going to fight for you. But he goes to the Lord saying, Lord, right? God tells him, why are you crying to me? Why are you complaining, right? And that's, you know, we can do that sometimes. We can put on a front of, nope, we're holding our peace, and then go to the Lord complaining and freaking out. And that's something we have to watch. You know, the Lord is merciful, He is gracious, but that's not His best for us. We should be able to have that attitude of, okay, Lord, you're fighting for me. Do what you gotta do. And that's what the Lord tells him. He says, and I love this, tell the children of Israel to go forward. Before he even mentions, yep, I'm going to split the sea for you, he says, tell those people to start walking. Why? Because I'm going to split the sea and they're going to walk right through it on dry land. You know, it's such a beautiful picture. God doesn't say, I'm going to pick you up and take you around it. No, you're going to walk right through it on dry ground. A drop of it is not even going to touch you. Going forward. You're not going behind, you're not going around, you're not going any way other. You're going forward. Through the sea in front of you so that way you can overcome. You know, the Lord fought for the people of Israel. He did 110%. But the people of Israel still had a part to play. They had to go forward. They had to have that faith and they had to act on that faith. That, okay, the Lord is fighting for me. I'm going to walk through. And you know, the Red Sea was not a little puddle. It wasn't something maybe like a mile long. It was huge. The people of Israel could have, and this is what happened to the Pharaoh's army, is they got in the middle and then it overtook them. The people of Israel could have gotten halfway and started thinking, oh my goodness, I can't, like, there's no way out now. You know, there was a period where they had to walk through completely in faith, going forward, knowing that God was holding back the sea because they were His people.
Let's look at one more verse here in 1 Peter 5, verse 7. It says, casting all your care upon Him, for He cares for you. You know, if there is some cares, if there's some worries, if there's some armies that are trying to take your peace, really that's what, you know, he's talking about in Exodus, take your peace. We need to understand that God cares for us, right? That He is on our side. He is fighting for us. You know, Romans 8 says, if God is for us, who can be against us? And we need to trust Him in that. We need to understand that if there's some things going on in our life, that we can trust God and we can give that care to Him and say, not cry and complain about it like Moses did, although God's merciful. We can trust God and say, God, I know that no matter what happens, You are fighting for me. Right. You are on my side and nothing can stand against me. And we need to have that attitude of faith, knowing, once again, if you don't know that He cares for you, if you don't know that He is fighting for you, or understand how much He loves you as His child, you aren't going to trust Him. You aren't going to hold your faith or your peace. And so we just need to trust God today and trust that He loves us. Right. That's why, you know, we always end with that He loves us. Remember that. We need to keep that the forefront of our focus today. So again, remember that He loves you, He cares for you, we love you, and have a blessed day.
Thank you again for joining us here at Christ Family Ministries. We hope you enjoyed the message you heard today. Stay connected with us as we continue to grow together in the Lord. You can find other messages on YouTube, Spotify, or Apple Podcasts. If you have any testimonies or questions for us, please reach out to us through our email, christfamilymin@gmail.com. Goodbye for now.